We're the Hunna, and you're hanging with Rob on Front Row Live.
I'm finally hanging out with a band that I've been trying to get with for the last couple years, the Hunna. How you guys doing? Welcome back to LA.
Thank you, man. We're good, yeah.
Yeah, we're good. Excited for the show, yeah.
Yeah, no, seriously, like you guys are back with a new single, and you know, I know you guys were mentioning like it was more of like pulling teeth to get this kind of like single out. But you know, how exciting is it to finally be able to release the single, and you know, what has it been like for the fans? You know, now that they listen to this music.
I think it's been fucking awesome, to be completely honest with you. We were sitting on the single for a while, so because of like legal matters, we couldn't release it as like a recorded track. So we were playing it live across our like UK and Europe tour in the festival season. So it's kind of cool to do that though, because we got like a really good kind of like feedback from all the fans, didn't we? And know that it was a good track and know it was going down the right way. And it tells a good story of the realistic situation we've been in with our previous record label as well. And it's a massive fuck you to them, and yeah.
Isn't it crazy that you guys or artists can write music today that it sounds like you're talking about a relationship with a girl or you know, a boyfriend or something, but it's like it can actually lead to something like business or like basically how your song was created. But you know, what made you guys want to say like, hey, we're gonna write this song like no matter, you know, what dangers might come with it?
I don't even think we really thought about it. We just were writing music for like the future and for this next album. After we kind of was getting out of that stuff, and then the song just came, and you know, the first line that we had was "I get high to forget you," and that concept behind it, and you know, we smoke a lot as well. So for us in our situation, it was literally, you know, throughout all that legal shit and all that stuff that kind of drags you down as a band, because you know, we didn't get into it for all that business side. We got into it because we love playing music and making music. So when you start getting into that side of it, which we never thought we would, you know, it kind of drags you down. And yeah, for us to get through, it was, you know, we'd have a smoke just to fucking chill out and relax or whatever. But like you said earlier, you know, the song can connect with people in so many other ways, whether it's a friend, a girlfriend, you know, business partner, whatever it is. So it's cool to hear how many, you know, we know where it's from for us, but so many fans have told us why they love it and how they connect to it. And so it's like, no matter what's going on, everyone's kind of in the same atmosphere with it. So.
Right. You guys mentioned you were playing it on tour live for a while now. So as you guys kept playing it in different venues, different, you know, crowds, different audiences, like how much of the song kind of changed before you guys actually went to the studio to record it?
I mean, what we're playing now is pretty much the recording that we have. Yeah. I mean, it pretty much, well, when we were recording actually, it went through two different directions, and then Dan pulled it up like halfway through, and it was just like, nah, it's not working. So we had to try a different route, and that's the route we took, and we're thankful we took that, because judging by how the reaction is at the shows, it's, you know, it's going down really well. Yeah, it's big energy, and it's like, for a song that no one's heard, well, when we were playing before that it was released, for a song that hasn't been heard, for people to be, you know, vibing off it and enjoying it, you know, it says a lot.
Very cool. Now, it's also a new direction in sound. You guys kind of experimented a little bit with this sound. What inspired the sound, and you know, what was that like as far as like creating the sound for it?
Yeah, I mean, we've always wanted to experiment with more sounds than just rock. Right. We feel like we have a lot to offer. So yeah, we've kind of been trying to, especially moving into the new record, which we're about to record next month. We're moving into like hip hop elements and just adding more, you know, ambient sounds around the rock, but sonically as well. Like that seems to be happening a lot these days. Like you're not one genre. You're not. We feel like we are. You know, we are a rock band like from the roots, but we have a lot to offer in so many different angles. We want to work with rappers, female singers. But for us, it's kind of like organically at the same time moving into that, because we've been wanting to do it for a long time. But with the old label, it was more kind of you're an alt rock band, and you know, there were certain things they expected from us. But for us now, it's nice to kind of have a fresh start and be like, we want to do what we want to do. Obviously with the guidance of everyone that's working with us now, but for us, it's just kind of exciting to move on to a new stage. And with the Hunna, man, we feel like we've got, you know, a lot to give under that name, and we're excited to just explore different areas and capture the Hunna sound, you know, moving forward.
As you guys are kind of exploring these new sounds, how does that change your writing process, Ryan?
I mean, in terms of the writing process, we kind of did exactly the same as what we've always done, because that's what we're used to, and you know, the 2 albums before, we're very happy with them and where we were at and what we created. So we know ourselves as songwriters and how to get the best out of ourselves. But I think the difference with this new sound, what we're going into, is that we've finally started working with other people over here as well, because before we were just writing in the UK. And when we tried to work with rappers or work with female artists or other artists we loved, or writers or producers we loved, we just weren't kind of allowed to do it because of who we were with at the time. So it's kind of nice for us now to really to get out there and work with other people. John Feldmann, who's recording the album, is that dude. Where if we were still in the situation we were in, there's absolutely no way in hell that we'd be making a record with someone like John Feldmann. Right. So the fact that we took that risk, if you will, to kind of get out and not know what's going to happen, but we just kept writing in the way that we were, and then built stuff up, and then he heard the stuff we were working on and he loved it, and we worked with him, and now it's just naturally happened. So yeah, it's been a natural process. I mean, we haven't wanted to think too much about it, because otherwise we'll just have to keep getting high to forget everything.
So John Feldmann, I feel like everybody wants to work with him, especially nowadays, and I feel like he's just constantly busy, especially with that Blink album that recently dropped. So how are you guys able to kind of get that time to make it happen with John?
Well, we're going to be there for the whole of October, recording the record. It was actually, we met John through our record label, who are based in New York, called 300 Entertainment. The RA&R, Pete, they're good friends and they go way back, and they did the whole scene together, and they recommended we go in there and try writing some music together, and we did. And we just kind of instantly fell in love. He loves us, we love him. And then we demanded we go back and do a week, or what was it, 2 weeks? Probably nearly 2 weeks, writing with him. And then we were just dude, we'd love you to record the album. He was like, dude, I'd love to record the album. So that's kind of how the relationship really formed. And it's awesome. We have such a good relationship. He's brutally honest, and so are we. And we always try and satisfy one another, finding a middle ground. Where other people, other producers or other songwriters, are quite cold. And some people think their direction is the only direction. Right. But John Feldmann's so open-minded. He's genuinely so inspiring to us. He's a big inspiration. Right. Love that guy. God bless John Feldmann.
One of the cool things about John Feldmann is that, I've heard it from many artists that have recorded with him, that it's you go into the studio to record your album, but you don't know who's going to show up to, put some vocals or to, do some writing or to play some drums. So it's kind of cool, to... Did it already happen?
Pete Wentz turned up. We had Josh Dunn from 21. Simone, she was dope. It's just mad. Yeah, that's what he's about. Or he's like, let's go. And you're like, where are we going? He's like, we're going to Soho, Malibu. We're like, okay, let's go.
A lot of the, even times when you're working with him, sometimes someone will come in and it's not even necessarily just to write the music or something, it's just because they're a good hang. Right. He's just they're just a good hang, and that's every time you're at Feldies, even the other guys, the young guys that work with him, there's just a real good energy around the whole place, and it's just a really good place to make music. And he's super talented, and he's the one that just got it with us for this new direction. He just got it straight away, and it's exciting.
He's the only person as well, out of all of the songs that been worked on, we're playing one at the end of the set tonight that's not been recorded. The guys worked with him, we took it into a rehearsal room, and within an hour we'd done a live version of it, and it's been going down a treat. At the end, we're playing it ever since summer. At the end of every set, we rip it, and it's a nice, refreshing thing for the fans to walk away and go, "What was that?" So you'll hear that tonight. That's a John Feldmann Hunna number, and we go hard. So it's an exciting song, and that's going to be part of the album as well.
That's awesome. Now that you guys, in a sense, the third album is where a lot of artists kind of discover who they are as musicians, as performers. Where do you guys feel the Hunna is today on this upcoming third album?
This third album, I'd say it's going to be a merge of our roots as a rock band and all of our current influences, and just the future, really. Yeah. This is I'd say it's the beginning of something really big.
Definitely going for a unique sound. I can't really compare it. It's quite difficult to explain, but that's a good thing. That maybe that means it's going to be revolutionary.
I think the best way to put it is that this next album is like the coming of age album for the Hunna, and us discovering, you know, we've been through a lot now. We've made 2 records, which is incredible. We love both 2 records, but we've grown up a lot, and we've experienced a hell of a lot in personal lives and, you know, band lives and everything, and especially as well because of what we've been through, and we've been so open with the fans. The fans are so behind us, which they always have been. Our fans are crazy passionate, so it just feels almost like a kind of rebirth for us, and like a fresh canvas and a fresh head of where we, you know, we're not scared and we're not held back by delving into things that we've always wanted to do and say, you know. So yeah, it feels like a rebirth for us. It's nice. I'm super excited about it.
I like that. That was well said. I thought that was really good.
There's a reason I'm the singer.
You know, that's lyrics that are going to be on a song eventually.
Take those down.
Well, guys, I'm happy to finally sit down with you guys. I've been wanting to for quite some time now, so I'm glad that we can make this happen. I'm excited for this upcoming album. John Feldy, man, that's amazing. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations with the new single. I forget. Sorry. So you guys be sure to check out the Hunna. New single is out now. I Get High to Forget. And thanks for watching on Front Row Live.